Hello everybody, UUUSK92 here with the Raw review for November 2nd, 2015. Pretty okay Raw, kept my attention, which is always good. Street Fighter in the background, just me doing offline, just fucking around with some characters. I'm player one all the time. Where it says you! Hosted by Hulk Hogan. So, Raw starts off with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is finally getting that push that I think he finally deserves. Like, he's kicking off Raw, he's ending Raw. They worked out slowly to it. They've been rehabbing him ever since the whole WrestleMania and / Royal Rumble fiasco. So I like how they took it easy for him for like half the year, even more. Like, it's been like they took it easy on him for like 10 months or 8 months, and now he's finally getting that spotlight. So good to see that. Starts it off with a cheap pop, of course, and they mention the name of the city. Says he's going to be the next champion. Calls Seth a kiss ass and a brown noser, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, that's Seth Rollins, baby, that's the man. Okay, promo. He had this weird pause where he just started making this weird face, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, that was such a weird thing, but whatever, It's not for promos that I like this guy. Seth Rollins comes out. Seth says Roman is good, but Seth is better, of course. Roman wants to fight tonight. Seth is walking down. He's actually not being a pussy. He hesitated a little bit, but he's actually going to go for it. Triple H and Steph come out. Steph is trolling the crowd so hard, saying, do you want to see them one-on-one tonight? Not happening. Triple H says Team Seth versus Team Roman tonight. A 5-on-5 Survivor Series match since they're getting ready for Survivor Series. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's the match we would have had, but, since Seth is defending the title, that's not going to happen. We're probably going to get that with the Wyatts, so. With the first match, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. Ziggler coming out with a bad knee, selling from his attacks and stuff like that. Selling his attacks from Tyler Breeze, which I found very awesome. The match starts in 2 seconds, and fucking Owens is like going after the leg completely. Ziggler's selling is so good. Like, he's hitting all his maneuvers weird. He doesn't do that little thing on the apron that he usually does when he comes to the ring. Like, Ziggler's selling is always, top notch, but this day he took it to the limit. Owens was limping, making fun of Dolph Ziggler. Tyler Breeze then comes out. Breeze in the VIP section with Summer Rae, Summer Rae is like live streaming as Tyler Breeze is taking selfies of them taking selfies. Oh my god, like the social media / phone inception here was amazing. Owens with a fallaway slam to the barricade, which is pretty sweet. I was like, JBL was so jealous because that used to be JBL's move, but it all came from Scott Hall, baby. Owens with the usual heel shtick, just making fun of his opponent. Dolph gets distracted, and then Owens just hits him with a pop-up powerbomb. Owens wins. Owens looking good. Tyler takes a selfie with a dead Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's in the middle of the ring, and Tyler Breeze is taking selfies with his dead body. Ziggler hits him with a right hand. He fakes being down for a little bit. But then Tyler drops him with the beauty shot. Very good-looking beauty shot, because that move grew on me. I wasn't a big fan of Tyler Breeze using that as a finish. He was using the kill switch before he left for the main roster. I don't know if he's going to continue using the kill switch and the beauty shot. I kind of wish he would just do the supermodel kick, but again, too many people do super kicks, and as a finish, no one's going to buy it. So, whatever. Kevin Owens backstage with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is like, yo, help me out, join my team, and maybe you and me can, like, main event WrestleMania and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's good to see Seth and Owens conversating. Becky Lynch backstage says Paige was the B and Team PCB, aka she's calling Paige a bitch. So, yeah. Becky Lynch is funny here. She was doing her usual little crazy shtick. I like Becky Lynch. She brought back the pants later on. Says she's going to kill Paige. Brie Bella comes in saying she's going to win. And I'm like, no, you're not, Brie. Get out of here, Brie. Brie, go home. Then we have the fucking man, Cesaro versus The Miz. It was good to see The Miz, actually. Like, I know a lot of people don't like The Miz, but I've actually been a big fan of The Miz ever since he debuted. Even when he was WWE champion, I liked The Miz. He had a horrible reign, and he defended it against a fucking 50-year-old man every fucking time. But that match with John Morrison, though. That one good match with John Morrison. So it was good to see The Miz. The Stardust section was in the crowd. Fucking Cesaro, you know, is probably... I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were asking me, who do you think is the pure most best wrestler they have in the roster, including NXT? And I was like, fuck. I actually picked Cesaro. Like, that's the thing. Cesaro is probably the best, like, wrestler that they have in that whole roster. Like, I think no one can hold a candle to this guy right now. Not even Finn Balor or, like, people like that. Like, I really legit think Cesaro is the best wrestler in that roster. He's getting, I don't know, like, these stop pushes with Cesaro are awful. Like, again, he feels like he's getting a mini push, but I don't know, like, the rivalry with Stardust. Stardust, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes, keeps teasing that he's going to go back to Cody Rhodes if he fights Stephen Amell one more time, so I don't know what the hell they're doing. I like the Stardust gimmick, but I would like to see him as Cody Rhodes, because I think Cody Rhodes can be a lot of fucking money with his promo ability, because he's so good. So, back to the match. Stardust was using a periscope or a telescope to watch the Cesaro match, which I found really hilarious. Cesaro with the Cesaro swing, then locks in the sharpshooter. Cesaro wins like nothing. Setting up for this feud. They haven't even like met or even looked at each other yet, so I don't know. They're actually putting some effort into this feud. Wyatt family comes out. You know, Bray Wyatt's explaining again how he took the soul of The Undertaker and he took the soul of Kane and he's going to transform into a Super Saiyan, you know, all that stuff. Bray Wyatt is basically a Super Saiyan because now he controls thunder, lightning, darkness, and fire. Alright, so he is now the Avatar, but like in the most awesome way. I really like this Bray Wyatt storyline because like I love anime so much, and this just has anime written all over it. Like, I'm just waiting for him to start powering up and, like, transform to a Super Saiyan. And he, like, a Darkness Super Saiyan or something like that. So, that's just me being that guy. So, next we have the Lucha Dragons versus Sheamus and King Barrett. Sheamus and King Barrett are actually now an official tag team. I'm very happy about that because Barrett was doing a lot of interviews of how he wanted Neville as his tag team. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. Neville has, hopefully, a big future. And I don't want him being stuck in a tag team with King Barrett. That's the thing. I like Sheamus, but Sheamus has already done so much in his career, so I wouldn't mind like him being a tag team man. That's why I don't mind him too much. So this match is actually surprisingly got a lot of time. It got like 13 or 12 minutes. Very good match actually. Barrett and Sheamus working the heel stick on Kalisto for like half the match. Kalisto gets the hot tag to Sin Cara. Sin Cara was actually looking good, you know, looking good and all that stuff. Sin Cara going for the senton. Barrett distracts and then Sheamus and Barrett take advantage again. They lock down the match again, and I was like, holy crap, this match is actually getting some time. Sheamus and Barrett are actually a pretty entertaining tag team. I kind of like these guys. I hope they keep Rusev away when he comes back, though, because I didn't like it as a three-man group. Because Rusev is injured once again. I feel sorry for that guy, because every time he starts to get a little, like, steam, he loses. Like, I mean, he, like, gets injured, which sucks. Because that means WWE's probably not going to trust him too much and shit like that. Like, they're going to be like, oh, he's fragile, don't trust him. Well, hopefully they don't. Because they look with Mark Henry. Mark Henry always got injured and stuff. And he still got trusted in the end. So, Kalisto finally gets the hot tag once again. Hits the Listo kick. Hits that spinning splash I love so much from the springboard rope. Hits my favorite move, the Hurricanrana DDT that he does. He, like, DDT's them with his own legs, which is pretty awesome. Again, Kalisto looking awesome in this match. I'm a big fan of Kalisto. Barrett going for the bullhammer arrow. Kalisto grabs his hand and turns into a Salida del Sol for the win. Pretty good match. Like, not a crazy, amazing match, but it was a good match because it showcased people we don't usually get to see that much out of. That anime double KO, though. And anything for Kalisto and even like Sin Cara to win, because I'm a big fan of the Lucha Dragons. Then we have Alberto Del Rio versus R-Truth. Del Rio been looking amazing since he's come back. The aggression that he's been having, really good. R-Truth got some shit in the beginning. He got a little spin kick. He hit his corkscrew scissors kick. Del Rio's like, nah, fam, I'm not selling any of that. Then Del Rio gets him in the arm lock, starts going for the cross arm breaker, which he actually hasn't even used yet since he came back, which I found very weird. Then puts R-Truth upside down to Tree of Woe, jumps up, to the rope, hits him with the double foot stomp, gets the win again. This is the same move that he beat Neville with. He used to do it before. I'm not a big fan of that being his finish. It's a sick looking move, but like the setup, like how the fuck is he gonna set someone up for like that every single time? You know what I mean? I kind of wish he could just use like the kneeling super kick, which is always my favorite move from him anyway, because the sound that he makes. I'd rather have him using the kneeling super kick and the cross arm breaker, but I don't know. I guess that could be a good alternative for like some people. I don't think he should be beating everyone with that though. New Day backstage for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is, well, they actually wanted to be recruited by Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins is like, we're missing a team member. We need one more guy. In comes in the returning Xavier Woods. I was so happy to see Xavier Woods back. Xavier Woods is the man. P.O.P. hold it down. Magical Unicorns are all back together. So they start singing along. They start making the team Rollins. And Seth Rollins is trying so hard not to jump in, but he ends up jumping anyway and singing along. So that was pretty funny. Then we have Paige versus Sasha Banks versus Brie Bella versus Becky Lynch. The Fatal 4-Way for the #1 contendership for the Divas title. I had high hopes for this match. It didn't pretty much disappoint. It actually was a really good match. Everyone looked good. Everyone got their shit in. Paige is working on the heel shtick, which she needs to do more so people stop cheering her. Sasha Banks did all her usual stuff. Brie actually was very impressive in this match. I was shocked because I'm like, I am not a big Brie Bella fan. Nikki is 1,000 times better, but Brie actually looked really good. Becky Lynch hit the suplexes all around. Taz is crying right now. So yeah, match starts off. Double Brie mode knees and all that stuff. Good to see Becky Lynch and Sasha work most of the match in the beginning. I like that because like it brings back to my favorite Divas match of all time, aka women's match. It would be when Sasha Banks fought Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's title. That is to me the best NXT Women's match. A lot of people think it's the Iron Man match or the first Bayley and Sasha Banks match, but to me nothing will top Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. My favorite match. Brie looking good actually, hitting all Daniel Bryan shtick with the yes kick. She hit like a million kicks, drop kicks and all that stuff. So she actually looked really good. They did the Tower of Doom spot where the two divas are up, one diva's super up, and then one of them comes from behind and throws them all down. Everyone they start getting "This is awesome" chants. Sasha with the bank statement on Becky Lynch. Becky's about to tap. Paige takes advantage and super kicks Sasha while she's down. Then hits Becky with the Rampage. Paige is your new #1 contender. Pretty good match. Not as great as it could have been on NXT, but it actually got some time. It was a really good Raw Divas match. I liked it. Byron Saxton comes immediately in to interview Paige. Paige calls everyone in that match a loser. She calls everyone in the crowd a loser. And then she says, if you cheer for Charlotte, you are also a loser. So I'm like, oh my god, Paige. You just hate everybody, don't you, girl? Then comes the main fucking event. It is the 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Rollins versus Team Reigns. So, Team Rollins is the New Day with Kevin Owens and himself, Seth Rollins, versus the team of Dean Ambrose, Ryback, Roman Reigns, and the returning Usos. The Usos are back. They got a big pop. Good to see those guys back. They look good. I'm very happy for Jimmy Uso because I think Jimmy is on a whole nother level better than Jay. I'm a really big fan of fucking, like I even said, if that team ever breaks up, Jimmy's going to be the star because he has pro mobility. He's charismatic. He can work. He could probably work heel. He was doing a little bit of a heel shtick when they were doing that storyline with The Miz and fucking, The Miz trying to steal his wife, and I was like, that Jimmy can actually be a pretty good heel if he works on it. So I'm a big fan of Jimmy Uso, and it's good to see Jay too. I'm not a big fan of Jay, but it's good to see him back. Them as a tag team is just good to have around. Match starts off with an elimination. Xavier Woods is getting hyped. He's eliminated in about 5 seconds by Jimmy Uso. I think it was Jimmy who. No, I think it was Jay. Super kicks him, and then he tags in Jimmy. Jimmy hits the Superfly Splash, and Xavier Woods is eliminated in 2 seconds. Then Jimmy Uso eliminates Kofi Kingston with the splash. So New Day is not looking great from the start. Match is actually pretty good. I like how this match had like all the people had their shtick. Big E takes out Jey Uso with the big ending. Then Kevin Owens takes out Jimmy Uso with the pop power bomb. A very good spot actually, because Jimmy was about to go for that Uso crazy splash, and then Kevin just intervenes as he's running and gets him with the power bomb out of nowhere. That's why I love that move, that he can find ways to hit it out of nowhere, and I'm like, that's a difficult move to do that too. So we're tied 3-3. Seth and his team working over Roman Reigns. They're trying to take this man down. Roman with the hot tag to Ryback. Ryback is over as fuck in this match. He's hitting all his stuff, all his suplexes, all his spine busters. Big E goes for the big splash. Ryback wakes up and automatically hits him from meat hook clothesline. I thought that was a really awesome spot. Then he gets him up and he takes out Big E with the shell shock. I was like, yo, Ryback is looking good. But Seth comes in immediately, takes out Ryback with the pedigree. Ryback is eliminated now. So it's Seth and Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Seth and Kevin destroy Ambrose for about like 5 minutes. They're just like talking shit to him. They're slapping the crap out of him. They're saying he's nothing. Seth then fucks up because he's taking too long. He's talking too much trash to Ambrose. But Seth hits Kevin with the flying knee instead of Ambrose. Ambrose turns it into the dirty deeds and he eliminates Kevin Owens. And now it's Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Seth is trying to run as fast as he can. Roman Reigns catches him, hitting him with them sick right hands, smashing him from post to post. Really aggressive Roman Reigns, actually. This is one of the best times Roman's looked good, too. Seth tries to run once again, but Seth gets DQ'd by using the chair on Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. He starts saying this looks familiar by the time, you know, when he betrayed the Shield and all that stuff. So match is over. Really good match. I hate that it got DQ'd, but that was like the best outcome they could have, you know. Because you don't want to have Roman beating Seth every fucking week and then, you know, everyone's going to be like, oh, you're going to lose at the pay-per-view, so. Really good match. Roman Reigns looked really good. I cannot wait for their one-on-one match because I think this is the time Roman Reigns is going to have to shine. Or they're going to go with the Ambrose heel turn, which, I don't know. Ambrose acts weird one week and then he's fine the next week, so I don't know if they're actually going to do it. I really hope they do because I am sick and tired of babyface Dean Ambrose. I think he's so boring and limited as a babyface because, like, watching this guy as a heel for so fucking long and knowing how good he can really be, so lame. Like, they could be doing amazing things with this guy. Like, this guy should never be a fucking babyface, or if he is, have him heel first, and then when he turns babyface, everyone will go crazy. That's why I keep saying Seth Rollins is going to be the best fucking babyface ever once he finally goes heel. I mean, babyface, because people want to cheer this guy so bad, it's just they can't because he's so slimy and, you know, he's a pussy and he runs away, but like, it's gonna happen. So Raw was good. Enjoy the Street Fighter action in the background. I'll catch you guys.